Hey y'all, what's up? How y'all doing? Hope y'all doing good. Man, the things that people just go through and they don't really understand it. I had just seen this short, I think it was a TikTok, but it was on YouTube or whatever. And this girl was talking about how like this dude wanted to go on a date with her or whatever, and then, you know, when the time rolls around, he's not to be heard from. Then he tries to reschedule for a second date. Same time. Same thing. Not to be heard from. So she was like, you know what? I'm not even interested in dating you. We can just be friends, right? And so then the guy, she didn't hear from him for a while or something. And then they kind of started chit-chatting. And then he just came out with it and was just like, how much is it for your pussy? Just straight out the gate with it, right? Now, there's a lot of people in there. Everybody loves to say, well, you should have this and you should have that and blah, blah, blah. But if they were that girl looked like she might have been fresh out of high school or in her early 20s. I'm in my early 30s and I had to learn shit because it ain't like my narcissistic mother taught me anything other than narcissistic ways, okay? Narcissistic ways, toxicity ways. Now, don't get me wrong. She taught me the narc book because there were things that she would say. One thing I know about female narcissists, they are very, very seductive. They use their looks, they use their body, they use their pussy to get what it is that they want from men. And on top of that, obviously trying to destroy them in every other aspect that they possibly can. Drain them financially, drain them spiritually. In some cases, female narcissists are vicious. Vicious as in they will fight you. Men, they will put their hands on you, or they will be crazy enough to go and beat themselves up and then call the cops and say that you did it. That's all I'm going to say. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it, heard it, all of that. If you don't get your butt out get out the damn window. Making all this dang on noise. Damn. Acting like you don't know how to get up the doggone window. So, anyways. So, what I'm saying is, like, that's just how they are. They are vicious. You know what I'm saying? And so, the same way that they are, the men can be the same way. There is no, like, personally, in the dating world, the dating scene, narcissists are the ones that are complaining. They're the complainers in the dating community. They are the liars, the cheaters, the users, and the abusers, but they pretend to be the victim to gain empathy and sympathy from empathic and normal people in the world, and try to attempt to swindle them. Because the thing is, y'all, I've heard some people be like, man, I feel bad for the narcissist. I would never feel bad for a narcissist. They are inherently miserable from the inside out. They don't love themselves. They hate themselves. How you feel about yourself is how you walk around and you basically treat other people. Okay? If you don't respect yourself, people are not going to respect you. If you don't love yourself, other people are not going to love you. And I mean, that's true on two different ends, because there are people, family or friends who could love somebody, but you cannot force your love to make them feel it and to suddenly become this different person that you want them to be. These people, you can go up to a man or a woman, they feel like a zero, right? And you go up to them and you're like, no, you're handsome, you're beautiful. And you give them all these compliments. It'll get you nowhere, because in their minds, because their minds are so warped and twisted, they just want to be like, oh, you're just trying to flatter me. You want something. They be paranoid. You know what I'm saying? Then they want to be like, well, what's your motive? What are you up to? Because see, the things that they do, they project on the other people all the time. If you hear somebody say, yeah, me and my ex broke up, they this, that, and the third, I'm not saying that they're lying. But what I will say is pay attention to what's being said. If they say, oh, yeah, my ex is crazy. Narcissists love to say that their exes are crazy because they made their exes legit crazy. When you gaslight and psychologically mess with someone for an extended period of time, of course they're going to get pissed off. Of course things are going to, be said or happen or whatever the case may be. Of course. But anyways, a lot of people I notice they complain about married people in the dating pool. Narcissists. Because narcissists are never married. They are never in relationships. They are always and forever single. Because it's okay for them to possess you, but no one can possess them but themselves. They are free to fuck who they want, stay at whoever's house they want. They feel they're free to do whatever they want because they have this imaginary thing called double standards where you're supposed to owe them 100% loyalty, but they're free to go, bang and sleep over and do whatever with someone else, which you would deem unloyal, unfaithful, infidelity, cheating, lying, we all know that narcissists tend to steal. They will steal you being their main spouse or whatever, right? Girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, whatever. You being the main person. Or even if you're the side guy or the side chick. These people be broke. They will use money from that other individual to take you out to dinner, the movies, or wherever y'all decide to go do. They will use the money of another to treat you while hoarding their own. Ain't that some stuff? But if you know anything about narcissists, then you know what I'm talking about. So I just find it interesting how like a lot of men and women in the world are just, it's all men. It's men, men, men. No, it's not us men. It's you, women, women, women. And it's just this back and forth like imaginary gender war that doesn't exist. What does exist are narcissists. Oh, I'm cold with the rhyme game. I'm cold with the rhyme game, ain't I, y'all? Anyways, for real. Just dot your T's. I said dot your T's. Oh my God, I can't talk right now. Dot your I's, cross your T's. All right. Just be mindful and be aware. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, And of course, positive energy always creates elevation, peace, all that good stuff. But seriously, there are narcissist men and there are narcissist women, okay? These are the people that are ruining the dating game. And see, back in the day, a narcissist could mess with multiple women in a neighborhood, and the women more than likely probably wouldn't find out. Or if they did find out, well, you weren't likely to just move to another city and state you could move to another city and state and never hear from the individual again. But now with the thing called the internet and all this technology, just be mindful that demons use technology to travel. Yes, they do. Why do you think you be getting these unknown calls and private calls when you shouldn't be? How many of y'all, I'm just curious. Y'all comment down below and tell me that after dealing with a narcissist or toxic person, after ending it, cutting them off, how many of y'all have received private and unknown calls, spam calls from numerous numbers that you do not know or have any clue of, right? Like, seriously, these aren't scammers. Especially if you have the gut feeling that you know who it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people are so sick that, they can never hear your voice, because they know as soon as they even open up their mouth and you hear their voice, you're going to click on them, right? When you've built up your strength to where you don't care about their feelings, they can't guilt you. None of their tactics work. You are done. Finito. Dandada. You done did it. You know what I'm saying? It's over. Like, they're going to be upset. They're going to obsess. They are going to stalk. They don't necessarily have to stalk you in person, physically, but they will stalk you by, being on your social media in some type of way, because that's the only way they can see your face and hear your voice and see what's going on with you and all of this. Look, live your life. That's why my channel is called Live Life, because live your life. We are not living here for these dang demons. We are living because, God put us here to do our own missions and to enjoy this human experience. We can't worry about the devil or his damn demons. They're a joke, as we all know. Like, when you really, really are no longer living from a low frequency of fear, you know what I'm saying? You really do look at them as jokes, as laughs, as clowns. You know what I'm saying? You just get to the point you just are over little small meniscus chit chats. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people still have to deal with narcissistic people to some extent, co-parent or whatever, but man, look, if you ain't got to, I wouldn't deal with them. You know what I'm saying? Keep it one word, sweet, short. That's it. I wouldn't entertain it too long. But yeah, I just find that interesting. Narcissists do believe in their minds that everybody is the same. Everybody's the same. So, and it's crazy because just hearing that young girl, talk or whatever, it took me through some flashbacks of like some situations that when I was, fresh out of high school and in my 20s, I've experienced. Here I am in my early 20s and some old niggas in their 40s, you know what I'm saying? Over here, oh, I'll eat your pussy if you let me pay your rent. If you want an escort, a hooker, a whore, then you can go and find that, okay? Craigslist or whatever, you can go find it, because that is solicitation. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that you can even be that stupid to even approach any woman the same age as himself or definitely younger, you playing. And one thing that these narcissists don't bank on is that they're playing with their lives, because you think you could play with everybody until they come across the right one that unalives them. Yes, you know what I'm saying? If it comes down to you or them and you have to ultimately defend yourself and they are gone as a result, that's their fault. Because you picked the right one. There are people in the world you cannot play with. And they think everybody is for play until they laid to rest. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know about y'all, but, motherfuckers got the message that I am the right one. I do not play at all. Like, the world is so crazy and dangerous and so much is going on that you gotta let people know. You know what I'm saying? They think, oh, well, you're so nice and you're so, or whatever assumptions they make in their heads about you, that they think that they can just take advantage. They could walk all over you. They could talk to you sideways and crazy. And then when you check them, now it's like, wait, whoa. What's wrong with you? No, they know exactly what they said and what they did to push your buttons to make you click off and check them like a Nike. They know exactly what they said. They know exactly what they did. Now that you stepping up to the plate defending yourself, batter up, and you knocking them damn balls way left field some damn where, now all of a sudden they can't believe. They just can't believe it. They're shocked. Oh my God. I gotta pull the reins in. I gotta get this person back under power and control. They gotta know who's the boss. No, they are never the boss of you. You are the boss of you. You get to decide who you do want in your life and who you don't want in your life. Toxic people, we are not permitting in 2023. So many people are actually getting knowledge about narcissism. They are getting knowledge about the behavior patterns, because y'all, it's okay. I'm not going to say it's okay if somebody does something once, but if they do something once, if they cross one of your boundaries one time and they just did not know, and so you let them know, hey, I don't appreciate your tone of voice. I don't appreciate XYZ. You let them know that you didn't appreciate something. If they do it again, that second time was definitely on purpose. Ain't no accidents, mistakes the second time around, because if they respected you or they cared about your boundaries or was remotely a good person. You look, y'all, narcissists believe they are good people. They genuinely and authentically in their warped brains believe they are good people because they helped the old lady across the street. They helped the old lady put groceries in her car. No. You did that for public recognition to make yourself seem like a good person. Y'all, they are great at perception management to get people to believe that they are so for the community and they are so in love with their spouses, but behind closed doors, completely different. And how would anyone else in the community know that? Because no one lives with them outside of their family, that spouse, those children. So how come when the children, as adults or teens, come out and say and speak badly and ill of the said narc, people don't want to believe them? Oh, it's hard to believe that, Hank could be like that. Well, you don't live with Hank behind closed doors. Know what Hank does in his house. All that stuff about the olden days of like, what happens in this house stays in the house. That is a narcissistic saying, y'all. Ain't no such thing as, oh, what happens in this house stays in this house. Why do you think so many people are walking around here traumatized because they were raped, molested, beaten, and all types of other stuff, but they weren't permitted to talk about it? You know what I'm saying? They weren't permitted to talk about it because that narcissist didn't want this person getting help, getting allies, being validated. No, they want this person to be jacked up. And personally, on a spiritual level, that demon is trying to break that individual down so that it too can possess that person. There are, I guess you would say, generational demons, blood lineage or bloodline demons, where they pass from grandparent. Why do you think it says in the Bible somewhere where it talks about the sins of the mothers and the foremothers and all of that? You know what I'm saying? In other words, their sins get passed down to you. Well, the sins would be the demons, in my opinion. But hey, anyways, y'all, don't allow narcissists to detour you from dating, to detour you from, being with that other person, because there are lots of people. Nobody wants to be alone. It's human nature. Whether you are a normal, empathic, or even a warped, twisted demon, even demons are social, y'all. Yes, demons are very social. Why do you think they hop from person to person to person? Like, even demons can't be alone. So if demons can't be alone, what makes you think you're weird for not wanting to be alone? Nobody wants to be alone. Not even God, the creator of all things, wanted to be alone. So come on now. Like, I don't know why people sit here and want to be like, oh, I'm good by myself. You good by yourself for a time. But if you still deep down in your heart desire love, or a desire to be with someone, don't let a narcissist stop you. You know what I'm saying? All you have to do is heal your childhood traumas, your wounds, take off if mostly everybody that got roped into a narcissistic relationship of any sort anyways, you didn't have time to really have on armor. You know what I'm saying? You were just all flesh and you got tore into pieces. But once you learn, let me tell you though, don't feel bad that you got torn into pieces because you've been battle tested. You got your scars psychologically, emotionally, you know what I'm saying, spiritually, and maybe even physically, some of y'all, you know. But yeah, that they can never really do much to you, only with what you allow. So anyways, peace, y'all.